Hello, the Adventures, Ben.
Danielle.
You're watching the
Melick Adventures.
The channel where we do
anything we want.
If you're new to this channel, then Mr. Astro says to you,
go subscribe.
And if you're returning to this channel, you know that you're gonna get a heavenly
hello from who?
Mr. Rocky. Change things up. Still worked though. But everybody, make sure you like the video,
subscribe,
comment down below, and
share the video.
But first, it is time for another
Max.
What is Max, Danielle?
It is Melick Adventures collaboration series.
And
what do we do, Ben?
Anything we absolutely want. Danielle gets to pick the topic. The topic is then given to everybody who wants to join in to the collab, which they're down below. Go check them out.
And it's twice a month.
Yes.
The second Tuesday and the last Thursday of each month.
Yes. Like I said, there is a theme, and you can do anything related to the theme. You can make a drink. You can do history of that theme. You could do anything you want.
Yeah.
Most of the time, we just show our collection. What is this week's theme, Danielle?
Black Cauldron.
Ooh! And you're going to get a double dip of awesomeness today. We have some collection stuff, and then we're going to move into something special that I'm not going to share just quite yet. So Danielle, what do we have to show from our collection?
A very small collection.
So yeah, first we have the doggy from the Black Cauldron.
Oh, makes me get mad that
I
you
know.
call it a doggy.
It is a doggy. You know, come at me. Sitting on the VHS tape. This is a McDonald's toy, one of the old ones back in, let's see here.
Does it actually say?
Yeah, but no, not the date, but it says manufactured for the McDonald Corporation. So, I don't know. Sometime between it came out and now.
Okay, and then we have a Loungefly
I think the 90s.
One of those big ones.
Oh, is it a moving pin?
It's supposed to be, but this one doesn't move.
Oh, is it a pin on a pin?
Yeah. I think the knife is supposed to, or maybe something. Forgot what. It's supposed to be a sliding pin. It doesn't actually slide.
Maybe you have to take it out in order for it to slide.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's a lot of work. It is an LE of 1200. So to our 1199 other friends out there that have this pin, well done.
Okay, and then we received a magic mail box from
Miss Meglet is a geek.
Yes, with a Loungefly.
You do know, Meg, that Danielle was attempting to clear out her Loungeflies. I already see the comment down below. It's going to say, I don't care. She needed it, and she got it for her. So thank you,
So
Meg.
here is a Loungefly backpack.
That is so cool.
With all the characters. And then the bag has the Black Cauldron.
Get it? Because the movie's name is Black Cauldron. It's been a long time since I've seen this movie.
Well, here. And then the inside is the characters. Now to find room in the closet for this Meg.
Wasn't that the problem that we originally had and why you downsized?
Yes.
So which one are you getting rid of?
None.
One goes in, one comes out.
I do like... Oh, and it does have pockets. 2 side pockets. Anything special on? Nope.
Nope. It's pretty cool. It's a stitch. It's
But I like
stitched on.
how... Yeah. That's definitely... like 3D effect
Yeah.
there.
Pretty awesome.
Okay.
So that's our very small but mighty collection. And then I told you there was a second part of this. For the second part, we're going to do a story time with Ben. And for those of you that know story time with Ben,
Goodbye.
you don't belong here. So let's change Danielle out for our other co-host. Ready? And Tabitha the Green Dragon. Hi, Tabitha. It's been a minute. You got a nice, cool little vest. A red vest, to be honest. Looks good. I've seen that vest before, haven't I? Yeah? Awesome. Well, Tabitha is excited to be back. We are doing a story time with Ben. This is the Black Cauldron, Terran, and the Fair Folk. Boom. Look, Gurgi called, pointing to the ground. Piggy. Oh, hey, that's the name of the dog thing. It's Gurgi. Don't yell at me too much now, Meg. Piggy's footprints. Terran, Islandway, and Fludidor. Meg, you may now yell at me again. Joined their furry friend on the edge of a pond. They stared at the tracks which led right into the water. Oh, good, Terran exclaimed. They look fresh. Excited by his discovery, Gurgi raced ahead of his companions, hopping from stone to stone. He eagerly went to look for Henwen. Gurgi was almost halfway across the pond when the stones around him suddenly sank out of sight. Gurgi was left high and dry on a large rock that began to rise. It settled him higher and higher, then slowly began to spin as it settled back into the water. Oh, help me, Gurgi cried as the water washed him over. I'm drowning! Terran raced to the edge of the pond and offered his friend a helping hand. Gurgi desperately stretched out his paw as far as he could, grasped Terran's fingertips. And pulled his would-be rescuer into the whirlpool with him. Then Terran reached out for Islandway, who reached out for Fludidor. That guy. And now all four of them were caught in the whirlpool. Round and round they went. The whirling water spun them in circles, pulled them under, and dumped them down in a deep, dark cavern. Exhausted by their journey, Terran and the others fell into an uneasy sleep. When they opened their eyes some time later, they thought they must still be dreaming. But this was no dream. The four friends were indeed in a strange and wondrous land. And they weren't alone. In this strange place there were even stranger creatures. They looked like little fairies. And most wondrous of all, they could fly. I know, it's a good book so far. The tiny creatures introduced themselves as the Fair Folk, and they presented their king, Idelig. The fairy king was attended by Dolly, the grumpy keeper of the whirlpool. Dolly seemed less than pleased to see who and what had slipped through his whirlpool. While Fair Folk and humans inspected each other, Gurgi reached out and grabbed one of the little fairies from the air, but when he opened his paw, the fairy had disappeared. The Fair Folk listened as Terran explained how he and his friends had come to their land. King Idelig looked very unhappy when Terran spoke of the evil Horned King, but his face lit up when he heard about the missing Henwen. Is that your pig? He cried delightedly. She turned up here a while ago, but we had no idea what to do with her. Dolly was sent to fetch the pig, and moments later, Henwen leaped happily into her master's arms. The little king and his subjects smiled at the joyful reunion, but the smiles were quickly replaced by frowns as the conversation turned back to the Horned King and the Black Cauldron. We must destroy the cauldron before the Horned King finds it, Terran cried. Otherwise, he'll surely kill us all. Yes, King Idelig agreed, but how and where will we find it? Terran shook his head glumly, but then his eyes fell on Henwen. Henwen will help us, he said with a grin. Here, Henwen, he called, leading the magic pig to a nearby puddle of still water. Ooh, what are they going to do with the still water? Henwen stuck her snout into the water. As Terran said the magic words, the water began to glow. Henwen, from you I do beseech knowledge that lies beyond my reach. Everyone watched in wonder as the water rippled. A shadowy image gradually took shape. Terran, Islandway, Fludidor, and Gurgi stared at the wavy reflection. It looked like no place I had ever seen before. What is it, your majesty? Terran asked. Why, it is the marshes of Morva, the king replied. The Black Cauldron must be hidden there. The marshes of Morva? Terran said, jumping up. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's be on our way. But as Islandway, Flutador, and Gurgi rushed to his side, Terran suddenly stopped. Turning back to the king, he asked, How do we get there? And what about Henwen? I must return her safely to the farm. Don't worry about a thing, King Idleleg replied reassuringly. Dolly can lead you to Morva, and I'll make sure Henwen gets home safely. Then the king gave a signal to his subjects, and all the fair folk took to the air. They sprinkled their fairy dust over Terran and his friends. As soon as the magic dust touched them, Terran, Islandway, Flutador, and Gurgi floated up effortlessly. They hovered just long enough to get their bearings, then flew off after Dolly. Once they got to the marshes of Morva, they knew they would be able to destroy the Black Cauldron and keep Prydain safe from the Horned King forever. And that is the story of the Black Cauldron, Terran, and the Fair Folk. What'd you think, Tabitha? Yes, I like that part as well. Well, anyways, thank you folks for joining in with the Melick Adventures. Oh, wait. You want to finish out, or do you want Danielle to come back? All right. Let's bring Danielle back. Ready? And... welcome back. Did you enjoy the story?
I did.
Awesome. Tabitha says hello.
Hello.
But until next time, friends, make sure you stay safe.
Stay magical.
And as always, keep
collaborating.
See you next time.
Bye.